Namaste. Before starting warm up, let us take a few long and deep breaths. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Slowly open your eyes and start. Stand with your legs apart. Start with neck movements. So rotate your neck in clockwise direction 4 times and anti-clockwise direction 4 times. Relax. And then start with shoulder rotations, same way. Clockwise direction 6 times and anti-clockwise direction 6 times. Inhale, relax. Stretch your arms in the front and start opening and closing your fingers. Inhale, open your hand completely. Exhale, close it. And just move your knee back and front. Do it with other leg also. Now rotate your ankle. Just raise your right leg up from the floor and rotate your ankle clockwise direction 6 times and anti-clockwise direction 6 times. Repeat the same with left leg. Relax. Now we are going to start forward and back bending. So do this at least 10 times. Now we are practicing side bending after relaxing for 2 to 3 long and deep breaths. Stand with your legs apart 3 feet and start bending sideways. Your legs stretched out and hands raised to shoulder level. Keep breathing normally throughout the practice. Do this for 10 times on each side. Now take 2 to 3 long and deep breaths and then start with the side twisting. So keep twisting to your right and left. Make sure you twist only your upper part of the body, not the not your knees. So twist from your waist. Keep breathing normally throughout the practice and do this for at least 10 times on each side. Slow down and then stop. And relax. Take 2 to 3 long and deep breaths. Now let us get started with Surya Namaskar. Come front on your mat, stand with your legs together and both your hands joining in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Now inhale, raise your hands over your head and bend back. Do not bend your knees, bend from your waist. Exhale, bend forward, try to place both your palms on either side of your feet. Here also don't bend your knees and try getting your head as close as possible to your knees. Inhale, take your right leg back as possible. Place your right knee down and look up and make sure that you are not protruding your left knee beyond your toes. Let your knee and ankle be in same line. Exhale, take your left leg back and join your left leg with your right leg. Try to press your heels down. Take your head inside. Now go into child pose. Place your knees down and bend forward into your child pose. Inhale, raise into Bhujangasana. Glide forward and raise your head and chest up. Exhale, knees off the floor. Parvatasana again. Now inhale, let your right leg come forward and see that your right knee and right ankle are in same line. Exhale, let your left leg come forward. Inhale, rise up into Ardha Chakrasana. Exhale, Namaste. Now we'll do with names. Namaste, Pranamasana, Ardha Chakrasana, Padahastasana, Ashwasanchalanasan with left leg back. Look up. Parvatasana, Sishuasana, or otherwise here few people do Ashtanga Pranamasana also. Bhujangasana. In Bhujangasana also, if you want, you can rise completely up, straightening your elbows. Parvatasana, Ashwasanchalanasan with your left leg in the front. Padahastasana, Ardha Chakrasana, Pranamasana. Now let us do with breathing. Namaste. Inhale, raise your hands over your head and bend back. Exhale, bend forward. Try to place both your palms on either side of your feet. Inhale, right leg back, look up. Push your hips down and forward. Exhale, mountain pose, Parvatasana. So keep pressing your heels down. Now you can inhale and exhale in child pose, and then as you are inhaling you can move into cobra. Exhale, mountain pose again. Inhale, let your right leg come front. Exhale, left leg front. Inhale, rise up chest back. Exhale, Namaste. Namaste. 2, 3, 4, left leg back. So you observe, one time you are taking our right leg and next time we are taking your left leg lead. Exhale. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1 namaste, 2, 3, 4 right leg back, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right leg front, 10, 11, 12. And the last round, 1 namaste, 2, 3, 4 left, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, left leg front, 10, right leg front, 11 and 12. Relax in Shavasana. Please make sure if you are suffering from back problems and neck problem and you are suffering from high blood pressure and all these conditions, you are not supposed to practice Surya Namaskar. Not only that, if you are just recovered from fever, and then also you should not practice. Just give your body some time. And women during menstruation also should not practice this. Give your body proper rest it needs, and then only try doing this. Please practice only if you are completely healthy. Otherwise, respect your body and lie down in Shavasana for some time. And after that, just get up and we will start other asanas. But before starting other poses, I just want to tell you one common mistake where just watch here. So in step number 4, that is Asvasanchalanasana, most of the people do like this. They protrude their knee beyond their toes. Don't do that. Let your knee and ankle be in one line. See, one of your leg goes back, and whichever leg is there, just make sure that that leg, ankle and knee are in one straight line. And then in Parvatasana, if you are not able to place your heels completely down, do this exercise, keeping one leg down at a time, just pumping your legs. Slowly you will get it. And to get your leg front, if you want, you can place both your knees down first, so that you will get your leg completely front. Don't do this. Don't overextend your knee. Just place both your knee and ankle in one line. Yeah, that is how you need to do. Very good. And then we will start with butterfly. So if you are suffering from sciatica, please don't do this. And extreme knee problems also don't do. Just take both your legs close to you and start flapping movements. After some time, just sit there with your spine nice and tall. And then start walking forward with your hands. And start swaying right and left. Feel your hips as you are swaying right and left. When you go right, you can feel stretch in your left hip. When you go left, you can feel stretch in your right hip. Do this 5 to 6 times on each side. And after that, slowly go back. Very good. Again, sit with your spine nice and tall. Join your knees, stretch your legs in the front. If you want, you can even shake your legs. And then we will continue with other pose. This Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, raise both your hands up. Exhale, bend forward. Please do not do this if you are suffering from back pain. Inhale, relax. So as long as we are in the pose, we'll be keep on breathing. If you don't go into the final position also, it's okay, just stay like this. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out completely. Take one more deep breathe in and out. Now as you inhale, come up along with your hands. Exhale, bring your hands down. Repeat with other leg. So for people suffering with knee problems, this is a great pose. Your knee will get locked here and tighten, and slowly it starts healing. Develop strength in and around your knee joint. Not only that, this pose helps with digestive disorders and reproductive problems also. So hold this pose for 30 seconds to 1 minute on each side. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out. Take one more deep breathe in and relax. Now we'll be doing our back bending. This is Ekapada Supta Virasana. Like this, you fold your right leg back and slowly, with the help of your elbows, support of your elbows, lie down on your back. Adjust yourself. Make sure that never leave the final position by straightening your leg there. Hold the pose for 10 seconds to 30 seconds to 1 minute. So eventually we should be able to reach the position where we hold each pose for 3 minutes. So when we want to come up from the pose, just get both your hands in the front, and with the support of your elbows again, you can even hold the mat to begin with. So with the support of your elbows, slowly rise up and then straighten your leg. If you are suffering from severe knee problem or back problem, avoid this pose. Otherwise, this is a great pose to open your chest and allows you to take long and deep breaths, and stretches your abdominal region, helping you to relieve from the problems of indigestion and constipation. Now we are repeating the same by folding our left leg. Stay there with normal breathing. Again, stay there starting from 30 seconds to 1 minute. When we are doing on both sides, please remember that how much time you spent on one side, spend the same time on other side also. If it is difficult for you to note the time, then keep counting the number of breaths. If you are holding the pose for 3 breaths on one side, hold it for 3 breaths on other side also, or 5 breaths on one side, 5 breaths on other side. And relax. And then we will be practicing twisting, where we fold our one leg to back like this. Just watch. So we'll be folding our left leg back side and right leg on the other side. There is some confusion. Wait. Okay, now I'm folding my left leg in the back and folding my right leg and sideways like this. Just watch here. Inhale. As you exhale, twist to your right and look back over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. And finally, after doing 5 to 10 times like this, hold the position for 10 seconds to 30 seconds. Then repeat the same the other side. help with releasing tension from your spine and twisting your abdomen and squeezing the internal organs. So again, do it in a dynamic manner for 5 times to 10 times, and then finally hold the pose in the last round. Whenever you are holding the pose, please make sure that you are not holding your breath, you are breathing normally. And when we are doing dynamically, we are synchronizing our breath and movement. And then we are lying down on our back. So the poses which we did till now, starting from your Janu Sirshasan and Supta Ekapada Supta Virasana and the simple spinal twisting, and whatever we are going to do now, the Pada Sanchalanasana and spinal twisting, all these 5 practices help nicely in reducing the fat around your internal organs, and not only that, in tightening your abdominal muscles too. So do this Pada Sanchalanasana like this, hands under your head, and start rolling your right leg. So we'll do this in one direction, maybe from top to bottom now, and again from bottom to top we'll do for another 6 more times. I'm doing it for 6 times, so you can choose between 4 to 10 anywhere. So do this in reverse direction also. Take a deep breathe in and breathe out, and then start with your left leg. So it's just the pedaling movement, but of course we are doing with only one leg. And after completing with left leg, we'll be doing with both legs also. So after completing this round, we'll do in opposite direction. Practices not only decrease your belly fat, they also help increasing the abdominal muscle strength and leg muscle strength. They help with hip opening also. And finally, when you do in a relaxed manner, controlling your breath and doing the practice along with rhythmic breathing, they help in diverting your mind also, giving calmness and peace to mind. You can observe me, I'm keep on closing my eyes throughout the practice. Try practicing it from day 1 itself. Now as you are seeing here, we are doing cycling with both legs. Make sure when one leg is folded, the other leg is stretched completely. Don't do it just for the sake of doing. I always say this, do it with gratitude to your body. Give your 100%. So we'll be doing cycling also in both the directions, and a number of times is again depending on you, anywhere between 5 to 10 times. This is little harder. The 3 variations which we did now in Pada Sanchalanasana, they can be done by all the people irrespective of their spinal conditions, but especially this should not be done by those who are suffering from severe back problems. And even the cycling part also should not be done by those who are suffering from sciatica. Please make sure. So this is how we roll our legs. So do it in one direction for 6 to 10 times and other direction for 6 to 10 times again. So after completing this round, we'll reverse the direction right. Very nice. Then relax in Shavasana. Then slowly turn to one side. Oh, sorry. Now we are practicing spinal twisting. So for that, stretch your arms at your shoulder level. Fold your legs and have a distance between your knees and feet. So like this, you have to twist your legs, twist your knees to your right and your left. So make sure that when you are inhaling, you are coming to center. When you are exhaling, you are dropping your knees to your right and you are looking to your left. Again, inhale, go back to center. Exhale, drop your knees to your left and you look towards your right. Keep breathing and keep doing, synchronizing your movements and breathe. And in the final round, hold it for at least 10 to 20 seconds on each side. Your palms will be facing down. Very good. Again, relax and Shavasana. So spinal twistings are very helpful in reducing tension from our back. In fact, this is the first pose prescribed for people suffering from severe back issues. So after relaxing for some time in Shavasana, we'll be sitting for breathing practice. We do the same as we did yesterday. If you have any doubts in mudras, please visit yesterday's videos. Here also I am showing left hand in chin mudra, right hand in nasika mudra. Close your left nostril using the ring finger of your right hand and start inhaling and exhaling from only right nostril. So left nostril is closed here. We are inhaling and exhaling through only right nostril. So keep doing it. Let breaths be soft and deep, gentle. There should not be any noise. And after completing 9 to 15 breaths, depending on your choice, sit in silence for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Both hands in chin mudra. This chin mudra is where your thumb and index finger is touched. The other fingers are stretched out. Now we are going to practice left nostril breathing, where we close our right nostril using the thumb of your right hand and inhale and exhale from only left nostril. Again, do at about 9 to 15 breaths. Just focus only on your breath and let the breath be very soft and gentle. But at the same time, do not pressurize on your lungs to take long and deep breaths. Let it happen naturally with practice. After completing, just again sit in silence for about 30 seconds. we are going to chant Makara. We are not using any kind of mudras here. It's just covering our eyes. Don't get confused with other mudras. So the process is, when we inhale, we'll be placing our hands on our thighs. So when you are exhaling, just take both your hands up. Use your thumbs to close your ears and use the other 4 fingers to cover your eyes. And then chant Makara. Inhale, exhale, and again inhale, and start closing your ears and eyes and start chanting. Slowly, after you exhale completely, get both your hands down on your thighs. Inhale nicely. You can immediately start chanting, or you can take break for one breath and again start chanting, depending on your comfort level. So do this chanting for about 5 to 9 times. Give your 100% again. Don't do it just for the sake of doing. Participate completely. So the test, if you have done 100% or not, is if you have given your 100%, you can listen to Makara even after you stop chanting also. Namaste. Let us end with Shanti Mantra. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschat Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. As you inhale, take both your hands behind, hold right wrist with left hand, pull your hands down, exhale, bend forward, bow down to Mother Earth for supporting us. Inhale, come up, rub your palms, cup them on your eyes, and slowly open your eyes, looking into your palms. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.